What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, I wanted to do like an early should you summon for the blue Valenti and green Eastin coming to global. So it's not confirmed that green Eastin is coming, but as you can see, like, blue Valenti is in the trailer, and it would only make sense if they drop them both. So in this video, I'm going to be going over both blue Valenti and green Eastin and letting you guys know if you should be summoning on the banner. Alright, so first things first, the banner is going to be dropping on Tuesday. So Tuesday's update, I don't know exactly the date. What would the date be? It would be on the 2nd. So on the 2nd of March, we're going to be getting the green Eastin and blue Valenti banner, also coming with final boss bond in the lane. So let's go over both the kits of the units and explain why they could be useful, and also if you should be summoning. So let's hop in. Alright, so green Eastin here, she's going to be green attribute SSR rarity. For her passive, she's going to increase all allies pure strike crit chance and crit damage by 5% per debuff on enemy. Limit 8 times applies when entering battle. So the max stacks you can get is what, like 40% increase to the attack related stats. So that's pretty good, man. Increasing your pure strike crit chance and crit damage by 5% per debuff. That's a pretty nice passive right there. For her first skill, she's going to inflict weak point damage equal to 300% of attack on one enemy, and weak point does 3 times damage against debuffed enemies. For her second skill here, she's going to disable recovery skills on all enemies for 2 turns at rank 1. Disables recovery skills and prevents ultimate move gauge from filling up on all enemies for 2 turns on the rank 2. And then on the rank 3, it's going to do the first 2 things and decrease the attack by 20% for 3 turns as well. So this card is actually very good. It scales pretty well as well, like as an addition. She works really good with like a Gother, because having a rank up, you rank this up to rank 2, and like this card is pretty good in PvP. Disabling recovery and gauge fill is a pretty good combo, and it's AoE as well, so this hits all the enemies on the opposing side, so pretty good. And then for ultimate here, she's going to inflict spike damage equal to 350% of attack on all enemies, and spike is ×2 critical damage, so you do double damage with your crits if Eastin is able to crit. This can scale up to 525% of attack at 6 out of 6 as well, so that's pretty good there. And then for her stats, like, her stats are pretty okay. Nothing crazy like compared to the festival units we're getting nowadays, because she was a unit that came out a long time ago, right? So I don't think her, like, or a long time ago on JP, but I don't really think that her stats are that crazy. But I mean, they do get buffed because of her passive. And her synergy is pretty good because he has the AoE debuff right here, and then the single target weak point, when this card actually does a lot of damage as well, because she's increasing herself. So yeah, no, green Eastin's pretty good. She was kind of meant at the time to counter ult rush on JP, but ult rush isn't really prevalent right now on global, so maybe she'll be less used. But I mean, her weak point card still does damage, so there's that for Eastin. Now let's hop into Valenti. So for Valenti, she's going to be blue attribute SSR rarity. For her first skill here, she's going to inflict detonate damage equal to 250% of attack on all enemies, and detonate increases damage dealt by 20% per additional ultimate gauge move. So detonate does 20% additional damage per orb in the target's ultimate move gauge. So the more ultimate move gauge they have, the more damage this card's going to do. So that's pretty good right there. For her second skill here, she's going to inflict damage equal to 180% of attack on one enemy and prevents the ultimate move gauge from filling up for 1 turn. And then this goes up to 270% of attack, 450, and then for 2 turns on level 3. And then for her passive here, she's going to apply infect effects for 2 turns on enemies who have used buff skills, excluding ultimate move skills, and applies when entering battle. So this is kind of like meant for any unit that you face, or any like enemy you face that has a buff card, because the moment they apply the buff card, they get an infect for 2 turns and they cannot lifesteal. So it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good for like any PvE scenario. Like blue Valenti will do just fine, right? Yeah, and then for ultimate, she's gonna inflict rupture damage equal to 630% of attack on one enemy, and this can scale up to 945% of attack. Rupture is ×2 damage against buffed enemies as well. So this kind of coincides with the passive here, where she's applying infect, because she'll make it so the enemy can't lifesteal, and then you just nuke into them when they've buffed themselves. So yeah, other than that, Valenti's stats are pretty low. Like, in terms of an OC character, her stats are not anything crazy. Like she doesn't have anything really notable. Her CC's low, attack's low, her defense is really high though. Everything else is kind of like mid. But yeah, so another thing to note about the banner as well is that it should be a step up banner if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly, on JP the banner was a step up banner, and you could get Valenti on the first 242 rotation, and the second rotation you would actually get a green Eastin copy. So the question is, at the end of the day, do I recommend if you guys should be summoning on the banner for blue Valenti and green Eastin? In my opinion, I would say you probably do not need to summon on this banner. Like it should be a skip for most players, especially with like info that we have, knowing that Assault Melee is coming soon. We had like a leak as well. I don't know if I can find it, but I think Regions posted it. They had a leak that said basically like the Assault Melee like picture that it was coming soon. So if I could just find it here, I don't know, maybe not Regions, maybe 7 Deadly Sins leaks, but one of them had it, and it was like basically the picture of Assault Melee coming. So if I can find it here, not this, let's see right here. So this is where they show it. So the part 1 of the Holy War Festival, and this is in the global files, right? And they say assault mode engaged. You got the Holy War Festival, meet assault mode Berserk Meliodas. Yeah, so basically like knowing that assault mode is coming, and if you want to summon on his banner because it'll be a good banner, I definitely recommend you guys skip, just because these units are not anything crazy nowadays. Like if they came out like 3 months ago, they would probably be meta, like 3-4 months ago. But I think they came out a little too late, and because of that, they're not going to be anything crazy. And Valenti's only use is in Final Boss Bond, so because of that, she's just like super mid. Green Eastin is the only one really that you would want, and she's only like really decent in PvP, but she doesn't have much viability anymore. So at the end of the day, I'd say for all the free-to-plays, skip the banner. If you're a whale, obviously, you know, do your thing. That's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.